Welcome back, everyone. This weekend, there's an opportunity for youth care providers to help get some extra help thanks to youth empowerment showcases. Here to talk about it are Anna Eccles, who's with the showcase, and Dr. Jamie Gray, who's a youth psychotherapist. Good to see both of you. How is everything?
Everything is just great. We're just excited about this weekend, the Youth Empowerment Showcase.
It is good to have you here and to talk about that. Give us an idea of exactly what's going to be happening at the showcase.
Sure. This is a free open house event where we are asking young people to come out, ages 10 to 19, to come out and register for this Youth Empowerment Showcase. This showcase will lay firm principles, foundations for these kids to be empowered and motivated to build self-esteem, self-confidence, have good self-image, and this will lay a foundation for them for skills for life. And one of the exciting part about this showcase, once the workshop is completed, they will actually get a chance to come out and display showcase their talent. We're going to have all the lights, the cameras, and they're going to become the action. We reward them by putting on an on-stage production. So this event is major. We got we're going to be giving away thousands of dollars worth of mentoring programs and free workshops. We have door prizes, entertainment, professional guest speakers like our guests here today, Dr. Jamie Gray. So we're just excited about it, and we want the whole community to come out and support this event.
Dr. Gray, the fact that we're putting on an event like this implies that in many cases kids don't feel empowered. You work with children. Is that the case, and why?
Well, it is. We say that it is not enough to stand back and point our fingers at the children and say, you're looking like fools with your pants on the ground. The children are products of their environment. It takes a village to raise a child. Also, a village can destroy a child. It is good to have programs like DSS that are in place to empower children by allowing them to develop their talents, also to showcase their talents, as well as to develop their sense of self, their sense of pride and who they are. We believe in empathy, and it is the process of empathy that's going on here. We're saying to our children that we want to hear your voice.
You know, I was going to kind of piggyback on that. When we speak of empowerment, one typically thinks of, okay, you have the right to make choices. When you guys talk of empowerment from a psychotherapeutic perspective, what does that mean? Well,
the name of my practice is Positive Decision Psychology, and that's what it's about. It's the psychology of making positive decisions. Our decisions, I work with children, young people rather, in the drug court program, and what we find most often is that they're in there because of the consequences of their behavior. The consequences of their behavior comes from their decision making. The decision making comes from their belief system. So if they have erroneous and maladaptive belief systems, then it's going to come out in their behavior. We speak loudest through our behavior. So we empower children to be able to make better decisions in life, because the consequences of your life will be determined, or the rewards of your life will be determined by the decisions that you make.
Anna, based on what the doctor just said, then the belief system and changing that is fundamental in changing a child's behavior and the decisions he or she ends up making. So how does one go about doing that, and where does that process start?
Well, first the process starts with an interest and a desire, not just from our youth, but for the parent to want to see their children live better lives. So with this empowerment process, what we do is to motivate and empower these young people to build up their self-esteem. A lot of them, their self-esteem is so low. They have a low self-image. So we build up their self-esteem and their confidence through these workshops. These workshops are called Skills for Life. And so these are just not some programs that we have put together that it'll just only be temporary, but this is something that they can take throughout their whole entire life to support them in making successful decisions and then ending up with a successful career.
Are you finding, Doc, that many kids have low self-esteem because of something that's amiss at home, or is it something that's societal?
Once again, we are a product of our environments, and that environment starts at home. When I was a kid growing up, they said charity begins at home and spreads abroad. So we have to also not only empower our children, but to re-inject into our parents a sense of responsibility as parents. We've had a whole generation of children that's been raised by their grandparents because of the crack cocaine epidemic. A lot of these children have never had a sense of voice, have never experienced things like empathy, unconditional positive regard. They have not had the guidance that some of us had growing up because of the disarray of the community. So we believe that we can ask the government and we can ask our government leaders, to our politicians, to help us to do things, but we have to start with the parents and with the organizations like DSS that are going to be doing things to empower the kids.
Well, we'll have to leave the conversation there. Good to talk to both of you. We appreciate you coming in. And folks, if you're interested, in the Youth Empowerment Showcase, it's going to be on Saturday. This is the open house. It's from 10 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the Renaissance Center. The address, 990 College Park Drive. Go on down there and really take advantage of some of the programs that are available.